Hi, welcome to the Rock and Roll Rowdies. As promised, we're going to move on in the Live Aid set of recordings, and we're going to talk to Mal about the Phil Collins effect. The wonderful Phil Collins, who did the show in London, got on Concord, went to Philadelphia, did a show there. So I hope we can kind of combine all that and Mal's experience as a store manager at the time. And so
it was a long old weekend.
I bet it was.
It was a long weekend. And it blurred together, and it ran pretty smooth. It started off at Battersea Heliport, getting on a helicopter into Wembley Stadium itself, and I got on a helicopter with Phil and Jill, Tony and Susie, and unfortunately, I had to leave my wife behind. My wife, Sandy. I had to leave her behind at the heliport. And she was a bit distraught. I said, no, you're on the next one. You're on the next helicopter in or out. I said, and you've got to sit with David Bowie. Yeah. She went, go on then, piss off. Leave me to it. She was more than pleased to get that next helicopter with David Bowie. But we were into Wembley, and this is how the day went with Phil.
Okay. All right, well, let's check out Phil's performance, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of his many performances that day.
That day, yeah, right. What a hero. Come on, Phil. All the white monitors.
Yeah, the whole thing was the black and white look.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Wembley. Good afternoon, Philadelphia. And the world. See if I can get through this. This is called Against All Odds.
It's a funny old quiet track to do, you know. Just him, I suppose because it's him and the piano.
Just let you walk away, just let you leave without a trace. When I stand here taking every breath with you, ooh,
I don't know
you're the only
how we come up with this, you know. It's not something I would have picked, personally.
What to do on the show?
On the show, yeah.
How can you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave? 'Cause we shared the laughter and the pain.
But at the time, 1985, Phil was a monster worldwide.
Yeah, he could do anything.
Yeah. And to do this, you know, Sting sitting there.
Just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me. Just the memory of your face. Take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space.
I'm not sure if this was the track he was. It was from a movie or not, and whether he was nominated for an Oscar for this one.
Yeah, but I think against all odds, against the odds, you know, I mean, it's pertinent in the sense that, you know, we're talking about a lot of starving people around the world here, and it's like, against all odds, we want to try and
achieve
that problem. So I think that's probably why it's sheltered, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So we've got Sting in the band here.
Yeah.
I wish I could just make you turn around and see me cry. There's so much I need to say to you, so many reasons why. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me. there's just an empty space. But to wait for you is all I can do, and that's what I've got to face. Take a good look at me now, 'cause I'll still be standing here, and you coming back to me is against the odds, and that's what
A
I've
nice,
got to face.
easy start to the day, though. I suppose he didn't want to push his voice too much, spend too much energy, as well. I mean, because he had a long day ahead of him, a long day.
Take a look at me now.
Well, you can kind of understand that, can't you? I mean, you've got
Yeah,
play on two sides of the Atlantic.
because he did that there, and then he goes on and does some more with Sting.
Well, I was just wondering, I thought Sting's performance there was fantastic. He didn't do anything.
No, but he does,
He does, I'm sure he does.
He does. And Phil performs with Sting, and then we went onto another helicopter, off to Heathrow Airport, onto Concord, New York, off there, off that, onto another helicopter, down to Philadelphia.
I
and that
remember
concert-
watching it all live, and I guess it was the BBC covering it in
Yeah,
the UK,
yeah.
and there was an image of you walking across the tarmac at Heathrow with a
Okay.
briefcase,
Okay,
getting on Concord.
Yeah.
because it was you and the entourage.
yeah.
Going,
There was five. There was myself, Phil, and his wife of the
Jill.
time, Jill, and Tony Smith and his wife Susie, and that was the five of us that went there.
So it wasn't like a full band.
No musicians.
Yeah, well, maybe that's another reason for doing.
And he was playing-
because he didn't have a full band with him. He
No
just-
band,
yeah.
no, yeah, and tech-wise, he didn't need big crew or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And over in Philadelphia, he had Steve Pud Jones, who was doing
Right.
his drums for
Right.
him over
So you had
there.
a full band over there.
Yeah, well, no, he
no.
didn't have a band over there.
No.
Oh, he still done his a piano thing, and then he did more with Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant, and Jimmy Page,
Right.
which didn't run smoothly
Oh.
because there was two drummers and they were fighting each other. And he also played a set with Eric Clapton,
Right.
which I have no recollection of.
Well, you
It was only until I seen it on the
busy
screen,
in the
and I
dressing
went,
room.
"What did I do? I don't remember that."
Okay. Well, shall we move on to straight to Philadelphia
Yeah,
now?
let's jump to
and then we can
Philadelphia.
put it all in one go.
Yeah. Well, whether you do Eric or Robert Plant and Jimmy Page.
I would think Robert Plant, Jimmy Page myself, but both concerts. I've got to cut all this shit out now. Oh, here we are. Phil Collins in the air tonight.
You see, yeah.
Get that Black Friday feeling up to 40% off. Starts Friday at Amazon.
I think that the Page and Plant thing will come under their name as opposed to trying to find it under Phil's.
Oh, do you want to do that instead of this? You want to do what?
Yeah, let's go for the Page and Plant.
Page and Plant one. I thought it was Plant and Page.
That'll come up. Page Plant Live Aid. There it is at the top of the screen.
Is that with Phil? Will he be playing drums, won't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Okay, let's,
I think they're behind the curtain.
right, let me just go back to here again, make sure that we are capturing.
Well, let's run it through, Mark. Are we recording still?
Yeah,
Oh.
I can cut all that out.
Well, just to see whether it does run in. There. You know what I mean? He's on stage where he's just getting up from his piano bit.
Yeah, but it's a separate video.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
Wait a minute, it just on in the air tonight.
Would you welcome Mr. Robert Clark?
Yeah, see?
Well, John Paul Jones is there, so how come they didn't call it Led Zeppelin?
Oh, no.
Roadies scattering all over the fucking place.
There was.
There'll be a short intermission while I get some monikers.
So this is live, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. Look, MTV Live Aid. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
This is definitely not the smooth thing we're used to.
Well, on the day,
Collins on stage for what is now being called the Led Zeppelin reunion. This is the one that a lot of people have been waiting for. I'm not going to.
a lot of people were commenting on how slick the Wembley one was and how well arranged it was on the white stage and everything looking perfect. And Philadelphia was a bit rough and ready, but you know, nevertheless, that's the way.
Very different. Yeah, very different. I would have expected it the other way around to be.
You would have thought so, you know,
but it wasn't. You know, the one in America was real festival atmosphere.
more of a festival.
Yeah, people backstage.
Out of control festival.
Yeah, people backstage. You know,
Right.
I was backstage at one point, and there was Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, Phil Collins, Eric Clapton, Bob Dylan, Ronnie Wood, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, right? All standing around, just chatting to each other.
Yeah,
chatting to each
what
other.
A team.
And this team of security people came marching forward. Okay, guys, clear this area. Clear this area. We went, what? Clear this area. Madonna's coming through. And this guy that worked for Eric at the time said, tell her to fucking go around.
Fuck off.
You know, there we were standing there with the...
No offence, Madge.
Yeah.
You know, but
talk
about Madonna.
Just listen to those names. Just, you know.
You expect them to move for you?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Somebody's head was up their ass.
Well, even if there's chaos on stage and backstage, it was a brilliant concert. Let's check out what was essentially Led Zeppelin with Phil Collins playing drums.
Yep.
To give away the whole set, but I will tell you this: that's rock and roll, and they're doing Stairway. Let's go to the stage.
See, they got all these massive people on the stage in America. In England, nobody was allowed on stage. If you weren't performing, you weren't allowed near the stage. I actually asked Elton John and George Michael to leave the stage at one point. And they did. They were very polite about it. Which I was shocked and surprised.
Fag in the mouth. Back in the fag in the mouth days.
Yeah. Jimmy, yeah. I think they weren't very happy with the quality of the sound and
Well,
stuff.
for that, just
Yeah. And they never wanted this to be broadcast, ever.
You can't restrict that, can you? Realised that before. Phil Collins is a left-handed drummer.
Yeah.
Where am I been? He looks so young there, that good-looking guy.
85, so it was 10 years later. I was actually on tour with these guys.
Major Plant.
Yeah. I just finished a tour with Genesis. And then my next major tour was with Page and Plant.
No wonder everyone was asking, who is Mal Craggs? Dodgy graphics and everything.
Yeah. Tony Thompson from Power.
On the drums.
Yeah, the other drummer. Phil's looking at them there. It sounds all over, isn't it?
Oh, it's terrible.
Is a race.
There we go.
No end. After every finish line.
There was the only hiccup that we had on that, because we were there, we done that, we all finished back to New York on the helicopter, back to New York. As we're approaching, I'm checking whether the limos are there. There's no limos at the heliport.
Oh.
That's because there's two heliports, one on the east side and one on the west side. They closed the limos were ordered on the west side, and we were coming in on the east side, and so there was no cars there for us. So I just called it and said, "Can you get some?" And there was some taxis waiting for us to take Phil off to the hotel.
Right.
But this is to put the record straight with young Phil, because in his biography he says, somebody forgot to order the limos.
Ah.
That somebody was me, and I did order them. They went to the wrong place. So that's the record straight.
These things can play on your mind for years
Oh,
and years.
yeah. You know, and obviously did with Phil because he put it in his book. Never mentioned it at the time. It's fine, Mal, it's fine. Anyway.
Apart from that.
The day went wonderful. Got some sleep. Up the next morning, back on Concord. I was back home Sunday in time for Sunday lunch. It was fantastic, you know. Yeah. Knackered, hard work, but fantastic. You know.
Well,
it's a piece of musical history.
It is,
and I was involved in it. You know,
it's a great thing to have in your your experiences and the stories you could tell about them. So we really
there's loads.
So it's great. Yeah. So I hope you're all appreciating this. This is from the horse's mouth. Sorry, Mal, I don't mean to call you a horse. And that's that.
Nah.
We'll be getting some more stories very soon. See you, babe. See you later.
Bye, y'all.